So we got the palmaris longus right here, the flexor digitorum superficialis. Here, of course, it's here, we know, right here, obviously. The trapezius, yes, this is a fun one. The digastric and stylo. You know what? I can't read this. I've been butchering these names for a few seconds now, and the truth is, you don't need to know any of this to learn how to draw the human body. There's a much easier way to do this, and that's what I'm going to be showing you today. You're going to be needing two things. That's it, nothing more. The first one, and yes, you might have heard this quite a lot already, is finding good references. You need to see what you want to learn and what you want to draw. So finding a good reference is very important. And here are a few places that I think have good photos and things that you can study. So the first two are stock websites. These are free to use. I really like using pexels.com and unsplash.com. You can find a whole lot of things in here, from environments to animals, food, and what we need here, people. Then we have the most famous pose reference model, Dorcas Stock. She has amazing photos, amazing reference, and I highly recommend. You can find her on Twitter, on Gumroad, and on DeviantArt, so you can look for those. Then we have, of course, Pinterest. It's another website that you can find almost anything, and you can find very good photos of the human body. Now finally, another one you can use is yourself. If there's a particular part of the body or a particular pose that you want to use, you can take photos of yourself. This way, you're sure you're going to find what you need. Now, when finding these references, do focus on specific body parts. Don't try to go and draw the whole body right away. Look for specific body parts, like a hand, for example, or a foot or a leg, whatever you want. Start small. Look for specific things and practice those. Now, once that's done, you go in, you save your images, and now we go to the second thing you need, which is a drawing tablet and a drawing software of your choice. Of course, you can also print these images and use a pencil, but doing this usually can be a bit more practical, but it all depends on what you have. How are we going to learn this? I have here this image. I really like using yoga poses a lot of times when I'm practicing some poses, because they can be very beautiful and you can very clearly see the body parts. And I'm going to add some transparency here, as you can see. And now I'm going to add a layer on top. What you're going to need is to find shapes. That's it. No muscle names, no bone names, just shapes. Let's see, I want to learn how to draw this leg. Then I'm going to find shapes on it. It can be circles, it can be triangles, squares. So in this case, we start with a circle. Then we go down and we have kind of a rectangle shape. Then we have here our knee, so a circle here, another shape going down. And there we go. I have here my shapes for the leg. Now that I found this, I can go to the side and start practicing these shapes. Just with some simple shapes, you can see that there's a leg here. There we go. Very quickly, very messy, we have a leg. As you can see, it didn't take a lot for me to do this. Let's say I want to draw an arm. I'm going to find the shapes on our arm here. So we have here a circle, then a cylinder or a rectangle shape, and another one. There we go. Now I can just repeat this. As you can see, I just broke down this pose, this arm, into very simple shapes and very easily can now draw an arm. Hands are known to be the artist's nightmare, right? No one wants to draw hands. It's awful. It's so hard. Well, let's make it easier then. Let's make it not hard. I have a picture and I'm going to find some shapes on top of it. So we have here a very big shape for the palm of the hand. Alright, one part of it is done. Now let's find here our thumb. I'm going to use a circle, then I have here a rectangle shape, and then another circle. There we go, I have a thumb. And now for the fingers we have more rectangles. Everyone has different methods, different processes, but this is a very easy way for you to break down any part of the body and be able to build it. Just break everything down into very simple shapes, as you can see here. Don't be afraid to find an image, draw on top of it, draw the shapes on top of it. It's perfectly fine, it's not a crime. You're just finding shapes so you can learn and know how to draw hands anytime you need to. So you've learned these shapes, open up your sketchbook and don't even think about trying to draw a final drawing of a hand. Just go in and draw shapes. That's it, you don't need to do more than this. Just some shapes, don't worry about it. I'm doing something very messy here, but see, it's still a hand, the shapes are still there. Memorize this, and then whenever you're drawing your character, your body, you already memorized what kind of shapes you need to draw a body part. So good references, simple shapes, basic shapes, and have fun. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. Now go draw some shapes, don't focus on drawing the whole human body, just shapes. Have fun, like and subscribe if you liked this video, and as always, keep on drawing.